the full timeline of Queen Elizabeth's health problems with 7 decades behind her on the throne. Queen Elizabeth is no stranger to both personal and political struggles. Queen Elizabeth II officially became the United Kingdom's longest reigning ruler back in 2015, according to CBS News. In the years since, she's continued her royal duties amid aging and health concerns. In June, the UK celebrated the Queen's historic tenure on the throne with her Platinum Jubilee. Unfortunately, Queen Elizabeth had to miss some of the celebrations thrown in her honour due to health issues, via CNN. It was this situation that had some royal fans worried about Queen Elizabeth's health. Additionally, the Queen's royal duties have been updated to better fit her abilities. However, while it may seem like Queen Elizabeth's health has only been an issue recently, Her Majesty has had her fair share of health concerns in the past as well. While her age has some spectators more concerned than ever before, the Queen has a history of battling health problems without fuss to get back to her duties. Queen Elizabeth broke her wrist in a horse riding accident in the 90s in 1994. Queen Elizabeth II broke her left wrist after a horse riding accident, according to the Associated Press. The Queen's horse tripped, which caused her to fall, Buckingham Palace told reporters at the time. The break wasn't serious. In fact, the Queen didn't even realize she had broken a bone until 24 hours later. Queen Elizabeth had gotten back on her horse and finished her ride, brushing off the discomfort as a bruise. Before getting an official diagnosis, at 67, Queen Elizabeth still seemed eager to be active with hobbies she loves, like horse riding. Despite her age now, Queen Elizabeth still rides her horses in 2022, according to The Sun. She did take a break from horse riding in 2021 due to discomfort, but she's gotten back on her horse, just as she did in 1994, via People. And fortunately, the Queen is right-handed, so she wasn't too affected by having her left arm in a cast for a few weeks back when she broke it. She had knee surgery in 2003. Nearly 10 years later, 76-year-old Queen Elizabeth II underwent knee surgery. Per CNN Archives, the Queen had a successful operation to remove a torn cartilage. Prior to the procedure, Queen Elizabeth had to use a walking cane for the first time to assist with mobility, an image we have grown used to nearly 20 years later. She had apparently hurt herself during a visit to Newmarket, according to 9 News. According to CBS News, while the surgery was just 45 minutes long, the Queen underwent anesthesia. However, since the operation was so minor, she did not appoint a temporary regent. Buckingham Palace told reporters that the Queen was expected to be fully active again within a few weeks of the surgery. The Queen recovered from her knee surgery in Norfolk at her Sandringham home, according to CNN. Although she took a step back from her royal appearances, at the time, the Queen had a full recovery. Her hospital stay in 2013 for gastroenteritis. The Queen stayed in good health for the next decade. However, in 2013, Queen Elizabeth II was taken to the hospital for gastroenteritis, according to The Guardian. She had been scheduled to take a trip to Rome but was forced to cancel after experiencing symptoms of the stomach flu. Buckingham Palace said the hospital stay was a precautionary measure. The Queen is being assessed at the King Edward VII Hospital, London, after experiencing symptoms of gastroenteritis. As a precaution, all official engagements for this week will regrettably be either postponed or cancelled, the palace said, per The Guardian, although she was down with the stomach bug. Royal spokespeople told reporters that the Queen remained in good spirits. As with all cases of gastroenteritis, aka stomach flu, according to Mayo Clinic, it was necessary to ensure that Queen Elizabeth remained well hydrated. The Queen left the hospital with a smile on her face after a few days, per CNN. Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip caught colds together in 2016. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip caught heavy colds around Christmastime in 2016, according to NBC News. The two were forced to postpone holiday travel plans to the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have heavy colds, and so have decided not to travel to Sandringham today, a royal spokesman said in a statement, according to NBC News. However, they only had to postpone their trip by 1 day, according to Mercury News. Because of the delay, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip took a helicopter to Sandringham rather than their usual train. The heartbreaking death of Prince Philip came more than 4 years later in April 2021. He had been admitted to King Edward VII Hospital in London out of precaution that February, via USA Today. A royal statement later said, "It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announced the death of her beloved husband. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. More health issues arise in late 20,212,021 was a tumultuous year for the Queen's health. According to Us Weekly, Queen Elizabeth faced multiple health complications. However, the year started on a good note with her vaccination against the COVID-19 virus. Once you've had the vaccine, you have a feeling of, you're protected, which is I think very important, Queen Elizabeth II said in a video call with the National Health Service. I think the other thing is, that it is obviously difficult for people if they've never had a vaccine, but they ought to think about other people rather than themselves. However, the Queen found herself in the hospital that October, staying overnight, according to Reuters. Following medical advice to rest for a few days, the Queen attended hospital on Wednesday afternoon, October 20, for some preliminary investigations. Returning to Windsor Castle at lunchtime today, and remains in good spirits, a statement said. The next month, Queen Elizabeth missed the annual Remembrance Day service after suffering a back injury. The Queen, having sprained her back, has decided this morning with great regret that she will not be able to attend today's Remembrance Sunday service at the Cenotaph, the palace said in a statement, via NPR. Her Majesty is disappointed that she will miss the service. She was in good spirits despite mobility issues and COVID-19 in February 2022. Queen Elizabeth has struggled with mobility issues throughout 2022. She made a joke about her decreasing mobility in a meeting with 2 of her defense secretaries, according to Us Weekly. When asked how she was feeling, the Queen said, "Well, as you can see, I can't move." Despite her mobility problems, the Queen was still in good spirits. Later that month, Queen Elizabeth tested positive for COVID-19 via Vanity Fair. Older individuals are more at risk for being hospitalized as a result of contracting the virus, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, making the Queen's diagnosis concerning. However, the palace said she had mild cold-like symptoms. Later, The Queen described her experience with the coronavirus with another former COVID-19 patient, Asef Hussein. "I'm glad that you're getting better. It does leave one very tired. And exhausted, doesn't it? This horrible pandemic. It's not a nice result," she said, according to CNN.